Good evening. Tonight, we will be discussing the rise of one of the finest Christian reggaeton artists to be gracing the scene. Tonight, in the studio with me, we are privileged to have Miss Lexly Nirvana. Lexly, thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. So, I did want to spend a good portion of tonight talking about your songwriting process and how you go about crafting songs. And I did want to ask about some of your influences. And I do have a gift for you. What can you tell us about the impact this man has had on your art?
Wow, it's funky. Funky. Yes, he's been a very big influence in my life. One of the ways that I started, that I never left reggaeton, because when I was not a Christian, I used to listen to a lot to reggaeton. And when I became a Christian, I was like, I think I should stop listening to reggaeton. But when I heard his music and his message that he had on the song, I was like, no, I can still listen to reggaeton, Christian reggaeton, because it's about the message.
Gotcha.
And then after that, that's when I started writing and doing reggaeton songs. But he's been a big influence, a lot. I hope one day I can make a song with him. That would be amazing.
Okay.
A dream come true.
Got you. But surely he is not the only influence that has been had on your music. What can you tell me about this right here?
Who's that? DJ Morph?
Yes. So this is his mixtape El Regreso del DJ.
Okay.
What can you tell me about some of the artists on there? Have any of the artists on there also impacted your artistry?
Oh, I see Alex Zurdo. Messianico. Wow, he's here too. 777. I heard O Casero. Well, Funky's there, of course. Yeah. Wow, I don't think I've heard of him before.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Big up to DJ Morph and the One Way crew right there. But yeah, so that is a mixtape that he put out filled with Christian reggaeton back in the day.
Wow. How long is this?
It's pretty old. I think it might be 2000.
Early 2000s.
Yeah,
probably.
2010 maybe?
Yeah.
I forget the exact year.
No, that's amazing. This is a lot.
All right. And if I may also ask, what would you say is another influence that inspires you to write lyrics, whether it be life events or if it be other artists you listen to?
Usually when I write something, I like to talk about something that I'm going through. I want it to be relatable. People that because I know there's people that go through the same thing. Sometimes we think we're by ourselves going through that and they don't understand, but I like to talk about my life stories.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Have you ever been influenced by other people's life stories when you're writing songs? Or is it primarily just your experiences and what you go through?
Kind of giving advice in a way, but in a song type.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's happened to me before.
Gotcha. And do you find that there's a preferred method to songwriting? Do you have any hacks or anything that you use that helps you write a verse really fast?
I really have to like the beat too. I feel like the beat is kind of something that will keep you going and give you ideas. One of the things that I do is also pray.
Right.
Have the topic of what we're gonna talk about. I also do maybe what is it called, the rhyme, using online the rhyme. There's there's this, I forgot what it's called. I think it's an app or something that you put a word and it'll give you something a rhyme to it.
Okay.
I use that sometimes too.
Gotcha.
So that helps.
Although you bring up an interesting point, because I did want to ask, as a songwriter myself, do you find it easier to start with the beat, or are you sometimes able to write songs and then find a beat to match the verse that you wrote? Or do you always have to start with the beat?
Well, recently I feel the beat has been helping more. But before I used to do more writing first and then the beat.
Okay.
Yeah. But I feel I guess my method would be the beat first.
Got you.
As of now, yeah.
Okay, I got you. That's
what has worked for me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And as of late, you've actually been seeing an increase in writing verses for other people's songs as well. Would you say that there's a specific collaboration you've done that you would be able to like label as a favorite, or
Mm,
or like just going through the collaborations you've done, like what would be some of like your favorites in general?
I know for sure, like, I know for sure, the collabs that I've done. Recently, I did one, Manos Arriba, with Macho Perez. I thought that was like a really
Word,
fun one.
word.
Like, yeah, because that was like a very different one that I've ever done.
Okay.
Yeah, like even the beat with the salsa and reggaeton, like it's just hyped and everything. And so I really like that one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You also did one recently with the Damaris, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Adamaris, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Pardon the gringo, folks.
Adamaris, yes, yes. She's from Houston. Yeah, yeah. I did one with her.
Okay.
That was a good one too. I like that one.
Very
like
good.
the beat and everything. Yeah.
Okay. And other than Funky, would you say there are other artists that you would like dream of collaborating with one day?
I think Jay Khalil. I don't know, you know who that is.
Not
He
terribly
does more
familiar.
like singing, but like reggaeton on reggaeton beats. That would be a good one too. I know Lizzy Parra. She's like another reggaeton rapper.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Spanish.
Got you.
Mhm.
Got you. Very
Yeah.
good. All right. Now, the next question I would like to ask about is in relation to when you do a live show. Do you find that you have any techniques that you employ to try to get you into the right frame of mind in order to perform live in front of an audience? Or are you just kind of like always in the same mentality, no pun intended, and you're just ready to go at like a moment's notice?
So I try to practice like at home, you know, like at home when I can practice and have a little like what I'm gonna say type, because you don't want to go there and just like kind of like wing it. I don't like doing that.
Gotcha. Got you.
So I like to practice and even practice my lyrics too, you know. So I like doing that, like having that, you know.
Gotcha. Very good. All right. And then the next question I would like to ask is in relation to your music videos, which are a huge part of your artistry.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Building it.
Yep. Video for Tu Me Dices. I know you put out a video for the Flawless remix. Put out a video for the Ascender song off of your project. What are some elements that you like to incorporate in your music videos that you try to like make sure are like always there when you're like sitting down to like plan it out?
I like to always like, well, in my music I always like to point it back to like God, you know, like have a story or the lyrics to be. But on the music videos I usually, I mean, things that I also like, the way you dress and stuff like that really says a lot too.
Okay. You tend to go for like a certain fashion sense in all your videos, or
Yeah,
you try to
like-
like switch it up?
I try to switch it up, but also like be like modest, you know, like, be modest in that. But yeah, like just, I mean, giving it our best, you know, giving it our best, glorifying God through it, and always pointing it back to Him.
Gotcha. Did you have anyone thinking you could actually go 10 rounds when you shot the Ascender video and you were in the boxing outfit?
I don't know.
Okay.
That was more like an acting, but yeah.
Gotcha. That's all right though. Those videos came out really good, so well
No,
done on
thank
that
you.
as well. The next question I would like to ask is specifically relating to you as an artist. Do you find that there are certain fears that like only artists experience? And if there are, how do you go about like conquering them?
That's a good question. I feel like I think maybe like the whole relatable thing, like when you're writing a song, you know, like if people are actually gonna feel it and stuff like that.
Yep.
But I know, like when I first started, one of the things that I did struggle with was like, oh, I don't really like it. Like I would write and I was like, I kind of don't like it. And then I started like thinking, I guess overthinking, you would say, like I kind of don't like this song as much. And then people would tell me like, you don't like your songs. And it's like, you're supposed to like your songs, you know, like how are other people gonna like the songs if you don't even like them, you know what I mean? So I was just like, yeah. And I remember getting advice from someone, from an artist, saying like, if you just keep writing, like it's gonna get better, you know, like maybe right now it doesn't feel like that, but you keep writing. Like she gave me I remember talking to this artist, she gave me like an illustration of how like when you start cooking, like you don't know but as you keep going and practicing, like it just gets better, you know.
Yep. So you find like you deal with a little bit of perfectionism
Yeah.
when you're going through.
Yeah. I do.
Okay. And like what you're saying is the way you overcome that is you pretty much just keep writing
keep
and just keep
practicing.
going at it.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. With the next question, we have definitely seen a rise in music popularity from like other cultures and other countries, talking about like the recent rise of like BTS and Blackpink when it comes to like K-pop here in the States. And also talking, even with reggaeton, talking like artists like J Balvin and like Bad Bunny and those guys like that. What, in your opinion, can Christian reggaeton do to try to capitalize on that popularity?
I feel like it's gotten a lot better, you know, even like sound-wise, like it's been better and better, and I feel like we can hear it. I mean, if I try to kind of like contrast it with like the Christian hip-hop scene,
right,
you know, like how we see sometimes like some of the songs on commercials and things like that. So I think it can get there, you know what I mean? Like if it's happening with Christian hip-hop, like I feel like it can happen with reggaeton too, Christian reggaeton.
Absolutely.
You know? And we're just getting better with technology and everything, so it's just increasing.
Speaking of technology, what do you feel about the rise of AI in music production?
Oh, the AI. Yeah, I don't know. That is just crazy. Like I feel like it wouldn't be organic. I feel like it's just, I mean, it's not real, you know. Because I know like they're like, I heard like if you want to sound like Drake, you can just do the AI or whatever. But it's just like, yeah, I don't know. That is kind of scary too.
Yep. I mean, it can be, but how do you feel about like some people who would argue that AI can actually be like a tool to help with like the creative process? Maybe like not to the extent of like copying another artist's voice like you're talking about, but like when they're actually going into like the production side or the engineering side and they're using tools and plugins that utilize AI for like what they're setting out to accomplish. Like what do you think?
I mean, I think he has his like his pros and cons, you know, like how you're saying it. I think it would really help, you know, like improve it and everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Circling back to the reggaeton question real quick, do you currently find that like Christian reggaeton is centralized to like only a few areas, or are you finding it's expanding and it's able to reach like even more territories and even more locales?
I feel like it's expanding, honestly, because sometimes like when you check your stats and all that, like as an artist, like you could see like there's places where you're like, what, they're listening to, that's not even their primary language, but they're still listening to it, you know. So I feel like it is expanding, like even little by little and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, we see Bad Bunny, like it's like the biggest one. Yeah.
True. There are some who would dare argue that Bad Bunny's even more popular than Beyonce now.
Wow. That would be crazy. Yeah.
Last question that I would have to ask for you, what advice would you have for any other upcoming artists that are looking to like try to make Christian rap and Christian reggaeton? What advice would you give to them?
For me, I think it will be like, you just need to start, you know, like just start. Even if you feel like I was telling you, like when I didn't think it was good, you know, you need to start and just keep writing, keep going, you know, keep perfecting that craft. And also meet people, you know, like give them, like collaborate, you know, because I know one of the things that when I first started, like it was just like, oh, me by myself, and then somebody would tell me like, oh, let's do a collaboration here and stuff like that, and that's how you get to know more people and grow and things. I know like one of the songs from the album, the Queen's remix, like we have people there, well, the collaborators there from like different countries, so it's like because we somebody knew someone, and then we like like everything worked together, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Because someone knew someone, and then we talked to them, and then they knew somebody else, so it's like, so that's how you expand. So don't stay in a bubble either.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What would you tell an upcoming artist would be a way for them to like get a head start on like their marketing when they try to like go market themselves? What would be like some advice you would give as far as that angle?
To try to market themselves, I know social media is big.
Right.
Like definitely use social media.
But how would they be able to stand out in the sea of faces that is social media?
Yeah. You kind of have to find like your I guess you would say like your angle or like the way you do, because I mean everybody does things differently, you know. And I know sometimes like people like try to copy others and all that, but you will find like your angle of the way you are. Like try to experiment too, you know, like maybe like do the reels, you know, like doing the song, talking to your audience. That also it's another biggie, and like videos about like encouragement, things like that. So people use different ones. So I think maybe like try to experiment too, like which one works better for you and stuff.
Gotcha. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down today.
No, thank you.
Tell the people where they can find you at.
So you can find me Lexly Nirvana. It's on Instagram. Lexly Nirvana Music, sorry. It's on Instagram, Facebook. I'm on YouTube as well, Spotify. We're all there. And we have something coming too.
All right, she's everywhere, folks. All right.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you again for taking the time.